occasion. Shaun Sims is with us this evening. He's a premiership coach and school teacher. Welcome.
Thank you. Obviously I got involved with these to ask me to, speak at this, and I jumped at the chance. Obviously my journey would be different to a lot of other coaches here and stuff like that, but just from my perspective, I've been big as rest for half my adult life. I played under 18s there. I was captain of the under 18s. We won a premiership, went through undefeated, which was fantastic, and then I went in, and the next year I was senior captain, and we went on to lose the next, I think, 5 premierships. So then I was assistant coach at the time, and the coach we had, we lost in the grand final again, and they appointed me the next year as a playing coach, which was something quite different to a non-playing coach, and we lost. So my first year we lost the grand final, and I was nearly done, so I went on and got convinced to do it the second year, and we lost the grand final again. And then they convinced me to go in the third year and we won it. So, playing, I guess that carried its own mental scars and health issues like that. But a lot of people tell me I look quite older since I've been coaching. But I was incredibly invested in the club, basically. Even to the point that I was involved in the netball, I was involved in sponsorship, I was involved in just about everything. Finished up now. I can't believe how much time I've got now compared to probably the last 4 years. So we go on to they mentioned the article that I decided to do that at the end of my last year. And I rang up one of the media people, and I wanted to, I guess, just speak about some of the issues that I thought were going around and I thought were getting worse, especially with some of the younger players. I was lucky enough to do some trauma training with school. My role at school now is I'm called a positive climate leader, which is, I guess it's the old sort of well-being role, but it allowed me to do a lot of this trauma training, which I wish I had done before I finished up coaching, to really actually help me understand a bit more. So I had a couple of guys that were coming to me in my last year with different sorts of issues. I didn't know what to do really, apart from talk to them and have them over, a lot, which put some pressure on my family as well, to have guys over every Friday night who just want to chat or just want to sit there. They don't actually tell you what the problem is, but they want someone to listen to them. And I said in the article, I think they're a unique environment, and the relationship between coach and player is very unique. And we, as was mentioned before, you take a whole heap of people and put them in this environment, expect them to get along really well, and expect them to follow the right rules and come from the same sort of backgrounds and things like that. It's just not going to happen. So I really thought it could be a place where we could change some of these things and could help, because give structure to some of these kids. Like, they can come from very rough sort of backgrounds and things like that, and the coach could be the person that they actually respect. So that was the reason for the article, and hopefully I get involved with something with these guys as we go forward, because I think that's going to help, because it is getting worse. I reckon it's getting a lot worse with especially the generation that's around about that 20 to 24 age. So hopefully we can save some lives, I guess. Okay, so this would have been my normal week. Sunday I'd watch the replay of the game. Monday night I'd watch the opposition we had this week, their game. Tuesday would obviously be training and selection. Wednesday I had a second job. So I went to that, and I'd try and plan on the way there with what I'm going to say to the individual groups, feedback, etc. like that. Thursday was training. Friday was sort of prep stuff, and Saturday was the game. And I think that's all fine. That's all sort of accepted as a coach. I reckon everyone knows that's what you're going to be doing. But the thing probably that I found the hardest was switching off. And those people who coach, doesn't matter where you coach, you end up kind of walking around like a zombie, I think. So I had 3 young boys. One were 7, 5 and 4. So again, that carried some challenges in itself. But since I've finished up coaching, the relationship I have with my employees now is completely different because I'm there. That was the thing. When you're coaching, you're not there. And this stuff I was fine with. That was fine, but you just could never switch off your head at all. And you'd have different things that would pop up, and that was the thing. Like, I can remember in my last, we made like we won the grand final, and I went on again, which I probably shouldn't have. But yeah, we lost in a prelim. But the week before that, we had a player that was sent off, and umpire reported him or gave him 3 weeks, and we obviously had the footage, and it wasn't a reportable offence in the end, but that didn't matter. But it took all Sunday, all Monday to cut this footage, to get it in, to send it to the umpires, to get them to not, to drop the case and all that sort of stuff. But that was like 2 full days it took. So you don't really factor in that sort of stuff. So that was the thing. This sort of stuff was fine. I think every coach knows that. I definitely wasn't trying to say that sort of stuff in the article. I was saying there's just so much that falls on the coach these days. As I said, everyone's journey is different, but these were, I guess, my challenges when I was thinking about it. You're accessible to everyone all the time, which can be a really hard thing. And you're the person who has to fix it. And it could be things with money, it could be anything. It could be, but it has to sort of be done. And that, I think most coaches will do that. They feel like they have to do it. And that could happen. All the training stuff I was talking about, you could have 2 phone calls on on a Wednesday night that would go for an hour and a half, and all of a sudden it's 10:30 and you haven't spoken to your kids, you haven't done anything really, except deal with football. Everyone has an opinion, right or wrong, so getting used to that can be a bit of a challenge. And every coach, I think, no matter where, has pretty thick skin, whether you're a junior coach, senior coach, or whatever, netball coach. But you're putting yourself out there to be judged, rightly or wrongly. And players, what I found, once I started coaching, are very insular. They don't see anything from other than their perspective. So when you're trying to talk to them about something, it could be as simple as, why is he playing? Or they're seeing it from just them, no one else, which can make it really hard. Switching off, as I said, you're always either going to be a great coach or a shit coach. Someone's going to call you that anyway. As I said, my journey was different. I went through, 10 years of senior football with my best friends, which was great, and we had some fantastic times. But also, I was the one who ended up ending a lot of their careers, which was their senior careers. Anyway, they're still playing too. But that was a really difficult time to tell you. You have to tell your best mates that that's it. I'm going to play a young kid, and they handled it pretty well. But that is a really hard thing to do. And I found when I was coaching, as soon as Thursday finished, everything sort of fell away because I told the blokes that you're not playing. I've told them why. And I prided myself on doing that, even though how hard it was, but it was Thursday night, and then I could sort of relax. Saturday I loved coaching, but as soon as I got past that Saturday, and local football, you tend to have a few beers and stuff like that, and you relax. But then Sunday straight away, it's back into it again. So it's it's an endless cycle, and most coaches a lot of them. Probably drink a tiny bit too much, and at the time I was smoking, so I smoked a tiny bit too much. But that was the way of dealing with it. I didn't have anything else. I didn't have really anyone else to talk to. And I know they're going to try and set up mentoring sort of things, but that's a really hard thing to call an opposition coach and talk to them, because I know what I do. I try and get information out of them about what was going to happen. So, and the same with these. I think these sort of nights are great, and that's a start. Something going forward. But I know when I was coaching, there's no way I'd come out on a Monday night like I've already got training, I've already got all that stuff. I'm not going to fill in another night. So I think this is the sort of stuff that can change, which would be great. The other thing I thought, I think coaches need to take some responsibility and understanding and respecting what others do. Like, so often in local football, you hear if a coach gets brought up, someone will say, he can't coach, or the other coach, and you're like, how do you know? You're not even in the environment. So I think, as coaches, I know I was guilty of it at the start. I tried to really stop making comments on things I didn't know, and we should start respecting the challenges that everyone, like as I said, my journey is different to others, but we share the same sort of problems. So if we could somehow find a way to have open conversation about that, that would be fantastic. And I think it'll only help you deal with different situations, because we deal with a range of different situations. And I know I had one guy that used to speak to a tiny bit, and that was Troy Scoble. We had the same thoughts on how somebody act and things like that. But we can never give too much information because we're always competing. So I think that's a step that should be sort of like I know probably sounds a bit silly, but I couldn't think of another word, that everyone sort of looks after each other and doesn't try and cut you down or doesn't try and say the wrong thing, and more sort of support and understand what they're going through, because it is a really hard gig. Well, these are my advice, and you need to find a way to let some things go and pick and choose your battles. Delegate. I know now, even though I try and put my phone away, I never really did that with coaching, because there'll always be someone texting or calling or wanting something from you. So if you find a way to put your phone away, I don't care what. I ended up making a rule, I think it was between 6 and 7:30 dinner time, that I couldn't have my phone on me. I saw an amazing lady speak. I went to a leaders conference for school, and there was this lady that was a team. She ran a team in Antarctica for 12 months. So they get dropped off in Antarctica, and they basically can't get out for 9 months. And she was one of the best speakers I ever said, but she said this respect first harmony, and while she was talking, I was thinking, at footy club, we always try and keep everything running smoothly, like harmonious and things like that. But what that does do is people don't speak up, and the players won't speak up. So if we can more get that sort of thing, she came up with a great thing about no triangles, which I would have loved to bring into the footy club if I was still there, about never go outside to someone else. If there's a problem, you just go to that person or go straight to the coach. And I hope I was that sort of coach, but I'm sure there's things I could have done better, and I think I really was. A lot of the time we'll try and make everything just run smoothly. What happened is I knew other people couldn't do it. So I knew a lot of people couldn't be coaches. So if people were saying things, or there might have been some people sort of bagging, I think, for people in the club, even supporters and stuff like that. I knew they couldn't do it. I know that's sort of that's how I got through some things, but that was one thing that I always thought about. Enjoy the good things, and the most important thing is to put time into your leaders, like your captains or your leadership group, and we do a lot of work with them. I went and met a guy called Rick Irwin, who took me through a lot of great stuff, and it just takes the pressure off the coach, because if they're the ones setting the standards, and they're the ones that people can go to. So, yeah. Anyone else? I think so. All right, thank you guys.